want to take it back. Getting the NBA, they're calling you the second coming of Shaq. How did that make you feel at the time?
I never really thought about it. I never wanted to compare myself to Shaq or any other player.
Right.
When I came into the league, I wanted to learn from the people that came before me and just dominate and just keep elevating.
Right.
Shaq wasn't a favorite player of mine growing up.
You had Penny Hardaway over there too.
I liked Penny Hardaway at the time more because I really didn't want to play center.
Right.
Growing up, I never played center. I actually didn't play center until I got to the NBA.
Right.
So my favorite player was Kevin Garnett and Wilt Chamberlain. But off the court, no, I'm just kidding. My favorite player was Kevin Garnett.
Y'all cool now, though, right? Y'all cool now, right?
We'll put the numbers up.
We always been cool. We talking about because we had the
He
little
bumped his head on you, Paul.
Oh, yeah. We been cool. We kind of had a little beef in that little moment.
Pause.
But after that, I went and talked to him.
Nah, he talking, I'm listening. I'm trying to catch him. Chill out. I don't want to be
But after we had that little scuffle on the court, I actually saw him.
Right.
And I was like, yo, do we really have an issue? And he was like, no, bro, I really fuck with you, dog. It's just when we on the court, it's you, because you're on the other team. And so I'm like, you know what? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be cool and friends. And he like, nah, fuck you when we on the court.
Right.
But off the court, we brothers. I love you. And I respect you. So I was like, you know what? Cool. Then after that, our friendship was even better because it was like I had a better understanding. Because I asked him, yo, why every time I play against you, it's like you want to fight me?
aggressive.
Like every time.
He did try to attack him, though. You know what I mean? The people was trying to keep him back.
But yeah, when he did, I was like, he was going around.
Yeah.
I was like,
Trying to
Dwight was
sucker
scared.
punch
I'm like, bro, I wasn't scared, but why would I engage in this and then I'm losing hella money for fighting in the game? Like, people be like, man, why don't they fight out there?
Saying hockey.
Not that, but you talking about hundreds and thousands and then of dollars just from the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
One punch could be $200,000. And then if you suspend it, now each game is gonna add up to more money. So now you talking about maybe you lose $1 million, $2 million just because you threw a punch. Is it really worth it?
You got children.
Is it really worth it?
Like you played the
know what
game
I'm
for
saying?
free that night. Like,
Why would you do that? You're gonna be kicked out the game. You done as soon as you throw a punch. So it's like,
You and Kobe got a little spicy too, though.
yeah, we did.
We moving too fast. We moving too
We in
fast.
the game.
We
All right,
moving too fast. I know there's a million. Listen, there's a million questions in this room that everybody's gonna be like, yo. I want to take it back to that space. With a lot of these young kids, getting this opportunity to be in the NBA. Do you remember what draft day was like? Do you remember the things that people were trying to instill in your mind before you got to that point?
I do, man. I remember the first time I told my dad I was gonna be the #1 pick, I was 10 years old. And he asked me what I wanted to do with my life. And I said, I want to be in the NBA. I want to be the first pick in the draft. And I want to win a championship in high school. He said, well, you're gonna have to sacrifice any and everything to make it to the top. And I said, I'll do it. Whatever it takes, I'll do it. So I started writing down my goals and I put them on the top of my bed. And he said, if you really want to do this, you can't have, your friends can't be in the way. Nothing can stop you from reaching your goal. And so that was the mindset that I had every day. Once I got 15, I had I broke my leg. I was 5'8". And I broke my leg trying to go dunk on somebody. While I broke my leg, I grew all the way to 6'9".
That's crazy.
Nah.
No, I'm dead serious.
Was that like over a summer, over a year?
Over
period?
one summer.
Over one summer.
Wow. Yeah.
so how tall was you?
I went from
He was saying
5'8", 5'9",
God
all the
damn.
way
to
to 6'9",
6'9", bro.
and at the end of the season, I was 6'11". So
prosthetics.
He got some sort of operation going somehow. They did something to him. They did something to him, bro. Wow, that's wow.
Yeah, once I
That's why I
got
had to go back
15,
to Taiwan. That's where those parts was made. Made in Taiwan. That's what it is. You had to go return the parts.
That's a real.
Your dad was tall too?
15, my dad, he was 6'4", he's 6'4". When I was 15, I broke my leg. And after that, I said, you know what? I gotta get here. Everybody believed at that moment I wasn't gonna make it. Before I broke my leg, I had just started to get calls from colleges. They was coming to see me play and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I'm making it. I started to get all the little girls at my school. They calling my phone. I'm thinking, you know, I'm the man.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I break my leg.
Boom.
And that humbled me right there. That was the moment where God was like, hey, all of this can be taken away. In one moment.
Yeah.
Don't let this happen again.
Right.
So you skipped college and went straight to the league.
Yep.
19 years old.
How did you break your leg, by the way?
I was going up the dunk,
Yeah.
and he actually blocked it, and I was coming down, my growth plate popped, kind of like the Paul George.
Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
so after
That
that,
shit was nasty.
they put
That
2
shit
screws in my knee. They told me I was gonna be out for a couple months. And everybody was telling me I wasn't gonna be good at basketball no more.
Did the phone calls dry up?
Everything dried up.
Wow.
Everything. So I
Recruiters,
sat at
the
home,
girls.
everything. So I said, all right, I'm gonna show everybody. By the time when this happened, I started to get up at 4 in the morning. I was going to the track, then I go to the weight room, then I go to the court, then I go to school. I was doing this every day. It was like, I'm playing and I gotta prepare myself for the NBA. So every day I was up doing this. This was my mission. So as soon as I got to draft night, I knew I was going #1. I was telling my boys earlier, I met with Chicago. They had #2 and #3 pick. And they was asking me what I felt about the draft and going to Chicago. I said, I'm going #1, don't worry. I won't be coming to Chicago.
Right.
And it wasn't like I was saying it to be mean to them, but it was like my mind was #1.
Yeah.
#1.
#1. Keep
And
that focus.
nothing else was gonna stop me from being #1. And it ended up happening.
So you didn't have much of a social life during that time.
No, not really.
Wow.
Not really. I kind of missed out on a lot of that stuff, but that's a sacrifice.
Purpose.
Yeah.
When you have a purpose and you're trying to get somewhere, you're gonna miss out on some of the things that everybody else are involved in, but that's how you know that you're chosen. Because you're missing out on all the crap. I'm not saying it ain't always
It's a
crap.
distraction.
But all the distractions,
Yeah.
you don't hear and see those because you locked in on what your purpose is.
Now, your mom and dad were both basketball players, correct?
They were.
So, were they both training you coming up,
Not really.
or was it just you? Or
It
your
was
dad
me.
just was instilling the
My
points you
dad-
needed to know?
My dad was a state trooper, so he was always, going on the road. My mom, she was a court clerk, so she was always at the court office at work. So me and my brother, we would always just be outside. We watched the Magic Johnson VCR tape of him working out, and that's how I just trained every day. I wanted to be a 6'9" point guard. That was my first position, point guard.
Right.
So I played point guard, and then that's when I blew up and got tall. It's over with from there.